If I should die, and you should live, and time should gurgle on, and morn should beam, and noon should burn, as it has usual done, if birds should build as early, and bees as bustling go, one might depart at option from enterprise below. 'Tis sweet to know that stocks will stand when we with daisies lie, that commerce will continue, and trades as briskly fly. It makes the parting tranquil, and keeps the soul serene, that gentlemen so sprightly conduct the pleasing scene. Going. On such a night, or such a night, would anybody care if such a little figure slipped quiet from its chair? So quiet, oh, how quiet, that nobody might know, but that the little figure rocked softer to and fro. On such a dawn, or such a dawn, would anybody sigh that such a little figure too sound asleep did lie for chanticleer to wake it, or stirring house below, or giddy bird in orchard, or early task to do? There was a little figure plump for every little knoll, busy needles and spools of thread, and trudging feet from school. Playmates and holidays and nuts and visions vast and small. Strange that the feet so precious charged should reach so small a goal. The journey. Our journey had advanced. Our feet were almost come to that odd fork in being's road, eternity by term. Our place took sudden awe, our feet reluctant led. Before were cities, but between, the forest of the dead. Retreat was out of hope, behind a sealed route, eternity's white flag before, and God at every gate. Memorials. Death sets a thing significant the eye had hurried by, except a perished creature entreat us tenderly to ponder little workmanships in crayon or in wool, with "This was the last her fingers did," industrious until the thimble weighed too heavy, the stitches stopped themselves, and then 'twas put among the dust upon the closet shelves. The book I have a friend gave, whose pencil here and there had notched the place that pleased him, at rest his fingers are. Now when I read not, for interrupting tears obliterate the etchings, too costly for repairs. The only ghost I ever saw was dressed in Mechlin, so he wore no sandal on his foot, and stepped like flakes of snow. His gait was soundless like the bird, but rapid like the roe. His fashions quaint, mosaic, or haply mistletoe. His conversation seldom, his laughter like the breeze that dies away in dimples among the pensive trees. Our interview was transient. Of me himself was shy, and God forbid I look behind since that appalling day. I read my sentence steadily, reviewed it with my eyes to see that I made no mistake in its extremest clause. The date and manner of the shame, and then the pious form, that God have mercy on the soul, the jury voted him. I made my soul familiar with her extremity, that at the last it should not be a novel agony. But she and death, acquainted, meet tranquilly as friends, salute and pass without a hint, and there the matter ends. Morns like this we parted, noons like these she rose, fluttering first, then firmer to her fair repose. Never did she lisp it, and 'twas not for me, she was mute from transport, and I from agony. Till the evening nearing, one the shutters drew, quick, a sharper rustling, and this linnet flew. Going to heaven, I don't know when, pray do not ask me how. Indeed, I'm too astonished to think of answering you. Going to heaven, how dim it sounds. And yet it will be done, as sure as flocks go home at night unto the shepherd's arm. Perhaps you're going too, who knows? If you should get there first, save just a little place for me, close to the two I lost. The smallest robe will fit me, and just a bit of crown, for you know we do not mind our dress when we are going home. I'm glad I don't believe it, for it would stop my breath, and I'd like to look a little more at such a curious earth. I am glad they did believe it, whom I have never found since the mighty autumn afternoon I left them in the ground. Let down the bars, O death! The tired flocks come in, whose bleating ceases to repeat, whose wandering is done. Thine is the stillest night, thine the securest fold. Too near thou art for seeking thee, too tender to be told.